Hello, and welcome to the playthrough. We're back again. Once again, we're back. And today we're going to talk about some nice, wonderful things while we do the trial gate. Move that mouse over there. While we do our weeklies. And once again, every week you got the trial gate. You got all these bosses to fight because the game loves you. And it loves to give you all of the challenges and brutality that you can sink your teeth into. Weekly. And today, we're going to be knocking out a couple of those while I talk about the godly reheal. You guys know what reheal is in this game. You cast it on yourself, you slowly get your energy back, aka your health. And in this day and age, what I've been constantly saying in this playthrough and everywhere really when people ask, like, what's wrong with the world? Why is everything so shitty? Why does everybody crash out all the time and nobody's happy and everybody's out on social media trying to get some meeting or some love from somebody like I was seeing on OnlyFans or whatever. One of the most requested voice notes for people to have is just somebody to say I love you and I miss you and I appreciate you. And it's just, ooh man, it's a sad world out here. And I feel like that's because we basically just lost our healers. There's no more healers left. The healers are extinct. Yes, I said it. Let me also move this mic to the front of me so that it's a little bit better sound quality. Sorry about that little beginning part there. Over here on your side ear, whatever was happening with the sound there. I'll listen to it back and see what was going on. But in essence, guys, we've lost the ability to care for others in a selfless kind of way, in a way that doesn't immediately ask for validation or reward or a condition to be met. The unconditional love is basically just gone, and what we have left in its place is the internet, is the government, is big daddy government here to give you a job and help you with your freedom. And you're so free, buddy. You're so free. And a lot of us guys have figured out the whole trap of consumerism, that it's a slippery slope and you're never really gonna be happy with what you get from it. But a lot of people, you know, guys included, but a lot of girls have not, and those usually were the healers back in the day. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. You know, not that you have to be a healer class if you're born and with those parameters, but it just works better with your stats. It's just like Fire Emblem. You know, you have really good base stats for healer or priest in that setup, you know, and that's just the way the MMO goes. You don't get to pick your character. I'm sorry, there's no character customization in this game, but it is what it is. And you gotta work with the character that you're playing. And a lot of times people just be building these crazy fucking Dark Knight paladins and just really want to solo the mission and never die. And I get it, guys. Soloing is pretty fun, I guess. I don't know. But you got to realize when enough is enough. You got to realize when it's not really helping you entirely to be that guy or girl or person or whatever kind of being you are. And then when you need other people to help you, because just like in this game, reheal is good, right? But it's not going to take you through an entire boss fight. You still need other party members. You still need a little bit of a team effort. You know, somebody to revive you, somebody to give you actual heals. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get through this entire freaking game with just reheal. We're not even using mid heal. We're not even using, you know, regular heal. Just reheal. Just, you know, reheal me and I'm gonna keep attacking. I'm gonna keep fighting endlessly. You know, never stop. Never give up the fight. And I don't think that's wise, personally. I don't think that's wise. Just like with this MMO, man, you gotta play it strategically. Even if you're doing solo, if I did solo and it was only myself, this would be really hard. I think there is somebody who's doing solo one character with just themselves and a pet. And last time I checked on them, it was like before I finished up with this first playthrough of version 6. before I finished all that, and they were on version 2, I believe. They were fighting the paintings in version 2 as the paladin, and I'm like, whoa, wee, this is. It looks rough. It looks rough. You know, the paintings in the Demon Palace. It just looked like a very, very tough time. I don't know where they are now in the playthrough. I don't know if they've given up. I hope not, because I think that's a really cool idea. But for me, just so I can do what I want to do and have fun with the game and, you know, play it how I want to play it, I had to give myself parameters. And you have to give yourself parameters as well that allow you to strategically trust and discern where you can pull in or pull back your energy and really have pride in the fact that, you know, you are stable within yourself. You feel the emotion and you allow them to flow through you and grow from them. Because that's all we're really looking for, guys. You know, nobody wants you to be perfect. Everybody hates the perfect guy. Fuck the perfect guy. They just want you to grow. They just want you to be a different person from when you started. They just want to see the potential. People love potential. Girls love potential. Guys love potential. People love potential. They just want that to be actualized day by day. People like to see that shit. But you got to build a system for it. Because like I said, nowadays, all the healers are gone. So, you know, if you just run out willy-nilly and you're like, I'm going to be the best ever, and you just keep running and jamming your head against a freaking wall, fence, thing, and hoping it all works out. I mean, not to say that it won't, but strategically thinking it out will definitely solidify and quicken the process. And I don't think we want to be at level 1 for the rest of our lives. Of course, we're not at level 1 now. I'm at, I think this is level 111, right? I just made it to. I cannot see the levels, and I forget. I literally forget because I skipped past it too fast. No, 115. Wow. We are getting up there with the druid. I need to finish up that druid quest for you guys too, so you guys can see what to do for the 110 quest. And that's the reason why we did that detour with the guiding quest for Eltona, to get the druid stuff basically settled and solved there, so that I can grab the next level summon for 110, because we still have a level 100 summon, which is not good. So you can upgrade it twice. You can level it up to 110, and then once you get to level 120, I can level it up to 120. Yeah, we don't necessarily have the 130 yet, because I think the max level cap is 138 right now, so that would be a little crazy to have it right under where your level cap is. So we don't have that quite yet in the game. But what we do have is the level 120 quest, which we will do eventually. Get back on topic though about this reheal, rigmarole. Guys, the reheal technology is something that we all need to realize is within us. It's possible. That's why this has been so corroborated and psyoped by, you know, basically the powers that be. Is because as humans, we're always going to look for comfort. We're always going to look for ways to soothe ourselves and the easiest way out. And once they've structured society like they have now to make the easy ways out and the comfort so easy to access, it stops us from going out and actually finding healers. It's like, why find a healer when I have all these ways of rehealing? I can just reheal like this, I can reheal like that, I can reheal this way, that way, this way, that way, that way. And nobody really wants to challenge themselves to get out there, put themselves out there, be vulnerable, and really accept the fact that they need help, they need heals. Because I do resent that in myself. I resent the fact that I need help. I resent the fact that I need heals, but I do. It's not something that I'm proud of. It's not something that I actually want to be a reality because of what's I've been going through and my experiences with relying on people and conditional love and whatnot. Not just in relationship. I guess everything's a relationship, right? So in relationships as such as jobs, friends, you know, schoolmates, classmates, parent, teachers, everyone, you know, I've just witnessed it. I've just witnessed it when people are just willing to love you if you do this. You know, you do A, I give love B. And yeah, that works, you know, for some people. But for me, it just kind of drove me up a wall. It drove me to be this never stopping, ever unquitting, crazy level of pedantic perfectionist who basically just works for scraps now because I really don't. Like, I've taken away my wants and needs and essentially allowed myself to flow with the wind and just give. I haven't really taken away that aspect of myself. I'm still way too big of a giver in my eyes. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I don't really ask for anything in return. And I feel like that inherently is the problem with our transactional society, because nobody's really going to openly and honestly give you things if you don't ask for them. If you don't really ask or advocate for your own respect, then it's usually not willingly given. And if it is willingly given, it's by somebody that you probably didn't want the respect from in the first place. And that's the funny thing about life. I don't know how it always cooperates to be that way, but oftentimes the exact people that we reject just because they feel that energy, the exact people that we want to be shooed away because we are not holding that energy on the chest, it somehow pulls them in closer. And that's the thing about the reheal. It's because we're not actually healing ourselves. It's a fake heal. It's not, you know, a spell that you're going to do and you're going to constantly manage. It does it by itself. It's automatic, right? And because this healing spell is automatic, it's something that we can't control. So you reheal yourself, and sometimes the heal goes here, it goes there, it goes everywhere. And, you know, you can't really embody what that action is going to be or what it's going to look like to you or to other people. And so in translation, we're all healing the wrong parts of ourselves and allowing people to see that. When they see the wrong parts of you being healed, they're like, oh, well then this is obviously somebody who wants to be around me or wants to be here in this area or in this energy. And that's just not necessarily the truth. You know, I have to hang around my family, my friends, you know, certain people, you know, I guess cashiers, I suppose. There are people that I have to be around, right? And thus, the people that I don't have to be around, I have to choose my own reason to be there. The problem with a lot of the world is that we don't really choose strategically anymore. We just kind of haphazardly choose not even the easy option, but just the option that we have constantly chosen before. We don't really choose properly as far as critical thinking goes. And I think that's the main issue with today's society, is our ability to decide. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water here. Our ability to discern what is or isn't a good decision. It's in a poor shape. It's in a poor state right now. And this is mostly because a lot of people don't have to choose. I'd say half the population, you know, doesn't really have to choose. The bar is so low for being a decent person that if you do slight amounts of work on yourself, and you got all the options in the world. The problem is, a lot of these options aren't catered for you. They're not really made for the person you're becoming, the person you want to be. And a lot of guys are realizing that. A lot of girls are realizing that. A lot of people who are openly and honestly working themselves are realizing that it's a huge percentage of the population, like I said, they're just relying on this reheal stuff that really doesn't work, and they're not being honest with themselves about what they really want or need from life. So that's what I implore for you to do, guys. When you leave here, really sit back and ask yourself, what do you need from life? What do you want from life? And openly and be vulnerable with this, and take the steps towards discerning how to obtain it, because usually this godly reheal that we have within us, it's a structure that we used to hide the pain, the anguish from, you know, the hollowness inside of us. Unless you're like an angry person, you know, you just go hard, either hard or hollow, right? Either hard or hollow. And that's what you use the reheal to hide. And you don't want to be hollow, you don't want to be hard, you want to be solid. You want to be solid in your love, your vulnerability, your transgressions, and your work. You want to be solid. You know, you want to be solid, you want to be respected. So that's what we're working towards here on this channel. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Subscribe if you like the talks like this. We're going to try and do more in the MMO sleep playlist. Just doing some grinding here. Once again, I will get that Druid quest done, and we are almost done with version 4. I'm lagging because I like lagging. Thanks for watching. Drop a like on the like video if you liked it. And I will catch you guys next time. Have a good rest.